hard.
Alright, hey there groovy dudes and dudettes, this is Thomper B. Thompin. And here we are, this is round 2 of the Virginia Championship Hare Scramble Series for the 2022 season. This is the April Fool's race, and it is also the Don Weiss Memorial Race, held in Arrington, Virginia, near Oak Ridge. So feel pretty good heading into this race. Previous race I had an intense amount of arm pump to the point where it was dangerous. So this race I'm taking a very different approach. Not going for any hole shot or anything like that. Just focusing on a few things to mitigate any arm pump. Taking 10% off when I feel it approaching. Squeezing the bike with the legs a lot more, breathing a lot more. And really focusing on loose hands. So by just focusing on those few things throughout the course of this race, I was able to keep the arm pump at bay. I could still feel it, but it wasn't to the point where it was really like stopping me or anything. But I've got to say too, at this point, I caught the last like 6 or so races of the previous season's series. So I haven't seen every track yet. This is my first time here, and holy shnikes, this was probably my favorite. The track had a lot of varying terrain, a lot of fast sections, and the conditions were just perfect. There's Joe Overstreet. I got to meet him at the beginning of the race. Really nice guy. But you can see I'm pretty excited. I lost 1, 2, 3, and 4 positions by way overshooting that corner. So luckily I didn't like low-side it or lay the bike down. But here, this is like 30 seconds of racing later. I overshoot another one. Then I lose a whole bunch more spots.
Simmer down.
Yeah, let's not do this at every corner, right? Oh my goodness. Excited to say the least. But yeah, I'm focusing on those few things this race. Squeezing the bike, sitting and standing with the legs. I'm rocking the Asterisk carbon cell knee braces. They're really nice knee braces. And I don't really feel them on my legs at all, but I do feel them when I'm trying to grip the seat with my knees standing up. So that's the only time I notice them, and I do feel like I have less grip on the bike over just wearing like regular knee guards or anything like that. But I was shocked at how many times throughout this race I had to remind myself to breathe, or like rather how many times I caught myself not breathing. It had to be at least 20 or 30. So that was big, and just loose hands where I could do it. All that really helped. I clipped this one section with both bars here. Right there. That comes to bite me on lap 2 and 3. So I only got 3 laps done. The winners in the morning race here got 4. And I am riding in the 30 plus C group. I'm on a 2022 KTM 300 XCW. And the W, definitely, that soft suspension comes into play because there was a lot of fast sections that were whooped out pretty good. And I'm not very good at riding whoops yet. I'm still kind of getting used to that whole concept. Body positioning and throttle control and stuff. But that Ultra plush suspension really kind of made it a little bit tougher. What's up, Joe? But these sections down by this river were a lot of fun. Fast, rutted out. Good times. So in this video, I try to keep it just the interesting parts, cut out some of the boring stuff, and I try to keep it. I try to keep footage up where I'm surrounded by other riders, either getting past, passing people, or following people. Try and keep it interesting here. But man, this was such an awesome track. So far, my favorite track. There's still a few that I haven't been to yet, though. Whoa, getting squirrely. Nice pass, right before the woods. Here's a nice little steep hill climb. I get jacked up halfway up because I'm focused on that rider to the left, and I don't see this huge root right there. Oh, so embarrassing. I hit neutral. And just torture my clutch to get up on out of there. That was a fun little hill climb section. The arm pump's setting in a little bit. I can feel it. Last race was devastating with the arm pump. But this is where I dial it back about 10% and focus on grip, loose hands, and breathing, and that really did work. And by the third lap, arm pump just wasn't an issue at all. That seems to be the case with me pretty consistently. This had to be the smoothest section of the whole race right there. This is still lap 1. So I haven't seen any of this stuff, so a lot of these corners you just kind of... We're doing the classic Cody overshoot here. Nice pass. Inside line there. Whoa! Did not expect him to take off there. It got me a little discombobulated on the hill. Don't worry, my clutch and I are developing a good relationship. I don't abuse it too much. Yeah, still feeling good. Standing up a heck of a lot more this race. In fact, my quads feel it post-race. So that's a good sign. Crack it open and turn. A lot of cool spots like this where you can just hit it. None of the grass track was dusty. I mean, the temperature today was about 60. At the start, it was like maybe 55 or so. You don't get better conditions than that. Oh, okay, here we go. So this is still lap 1, probably at least halfway through, and that's Wesley Hart, so ahead of me. He's in my class, and man, he and I were going back and forth for a solid, it felt like 20 minutes. It was probably closer to 12 to 15 minutes, but that's a long time in a hare scramble to be hanging out with a single rider. This was the battle of the day right here. We were so evenly paced off each other, and he just... I I wasn't really fast enough to really go, there you go, classic overshoot. Thinking about trademarking that. That's going to be my move. But yeah, Wesley up there, we were so evenly paced, and I wasn't fast enough to really make a pass in any spot, so I'm like, okay, maybe he'll make a mistake, and I'll just be ready for it, but he didn't make any mistakes out there, at least that I saw. So making a pass was really tough. This was just a good old classic battle within the overall race. A lot of fun. This hill was pretty sweet. I think my best run I took at it was my third and final lap. And then you just dive right back into the woods right here. A lot of elevation change, which made it extremely interesting. I love that. I love the elevation change. Still battling, still battling. You'll look back there. I'm like, maybe I can. No. He was fast. That Yamaha can get up and go. Look at that. He gone. And another overshoot. I think that riding style, overshooting corners and stuff and braking really hard, that definitely contributes to the arm pump big time. So here we are going through scoring, the end of lap 1. Feeling pretty good. This course was about 8 miles long for each lap. So very similar to round 1 for the 2022 season at the Joe Lloyd Memorial. So I do get a pass early on here at lap 2. I think Wesley just kind of pulled over, let me by there. So I'm just trying to take advantage of it and just put down a good second lap. This ended up being my fastest lap, but because I got caught up in a bottleneck on an uphill on the third lap. Feeling good. Feeling good. Standing up a lot more. And even when I'm sitting, I'm doing a much better job of weighting the outside pegs on turns and just weighting the pegs in general. This was arguably my best performance since starting Hare Scrambles last summer. I don't know what was going on here. I hope those guys are okay. I saw one guy kind of bent over, but there were 2 of them there.
Not again,
Yeah, that's that first turn that I overshot. Not today, turn. Nice pass here on the left, right before the woods. Snuck it in there. Good pass. I think I clipped my bars again on the same tree on lap 2. Yep. Luckily it didn't mess me up too much. Another good pass here on the right. There's a little hot line off to the right-hand side there. I think I took that my third lap, but failed attempt there. That's Wesley on the Yamaha ahead of me again here. So he got around me at some point during lap 2. So back to battling. I think I finished like 8th out of maybe 14 or 15 in my class, and I finished 144th again this week. I got 144th last week as well, out of approximately 255 morning riders. At least those are from the unofficial results. One of the extremely few smooth sections of trail. Back into the woods. Still feeling good. Lap 2. Still employing those same basic focus points of gripping with the knees, sitting and standing, breathing, loose hands. It's been working really well up until this point in the race. And it got me through all 3 laps. By lap 3, I was fine. I could push it as hard as I wanted, basically. That is a kind of a weird phenomenon. Just rough terrain, rough terrain. Trying to ride on the edges of the trail because the center was more chewed out with deeper holes. And of course the edges were a little bit smoother. Nice pass with a little jump to finish it off. Good work. Yeah, really fun through here. Trying to make a pass. But I definitely don't want to take either of us out in doing so. Just kind of got to wait for the right time. I think I get him up here on the right. That was a good hill climb. Keeps going too. This right-hander, and then it goes into the woods. Ooh, yeah. Wow. That was way closer to laying it down there than it looked. Bike got sideways on me on some slick rock. Really, I needed to do that hill in 3rd gear and on the left-hand side, which I think I do. Oh, and someone gets me here. Overshoot that corner just a little bit, not too bad, but nice pass on the inside there. Didn't see who that was. Some more fast area down by the river. Oh, steady now. Here's this hill climb. Lap 2 made it up here just fine, flying solo. But you'll see on lap 3 we get a big log jam up there, and I take one of my fellow 30 plus C riders out. Oh yeah. Okay, so I really crack it open, and I think I even catch 6th gear for a second up here. So I don't have a ton of experience on 2 wheels, and I've never experienced death wobble. But after I crest this hill and I really lay into it, watch my handlebars, I get maybe a half of a second of death wobble up here. Right there. And the millisecond it registered in my brain what was going on, I just kind of leaned back a little bit, and I think I even pulled in the clutch, or perhaps I just let off the throttle, and I was just commenting there, yeah, it's the first time I've ever felt that on this bike, because this thing's pretty well balanced. It's been really stable for me at high speed, so not sure if that was an issue with the bike geometry, or just like something I hit in the trail, upset the suspension or something like that. But yeah, first time experiencing the old death wobble in the handlebars. That was a little spooky going that fast. Not to mention, I never cinched up my helmet for this race. I put it through the loops once and never went backwards through the single loop to tighten it down. I went up to the starting line that way, and I just completely forgot to tighten down my helmet. So I'm riding with a loose strap this whole time. Definitely don't recommend doing that. But I didn't realize it until about 4 or 5 seconds after he shouted 10 seconds for our line 30 plus C. So that was on my mind this whole time. Luckily my helmet's a pretty tight fit, and I got a thick skull, so good to go. Another fun hill climb. Do I overshoot it this time? Slightly. Slightly. I point off to the right. I thought someone was trying to pass me, but it turns out they weren't. A nice fast downhill, pretty choppy, chewed out. This GoPro hyper smooth technology really makes the trail look way smoother than it actually is. Still my favorite track that we've done for sure. Feeling good, lap 2, time to gun it. At this point, I'm pretty confident that my approach to mitigate arm pump and to keep it at bay from ever getting like out of control on me is working. So I'm pretty confident there, which allows me to kind of just push it a little bit harder the rest of this second lap, which is drawing to a close here in a bit. Another nice pass, man. Taking advantage of me overshooting corners. I get taken advantage of a lot out there, if you haven't noticed. I'm just trying to make sure that the outside of the corner is in good shape, so I go out there and I check it out, and yeah, everybody takes advantage of me, cuts me on the inside. No, I just gotta pay attention to signs and stuff. There's signs telling you when corners are coming up. I just, for whatever reason, I don't look at it. There's a nice pass there on the inside. And finishing up lap 2 here, about to go through scoring. I do not get the pass in time. Yeah, feeling good. Feeling good. Some of these stakes in these open grass track sections, they've got these double stakes up. They're maybe 15, 20 feet wide with the double arrows on each side, so you're supposed to treat those kind of like a checkpoint and go between them. Well, some of the stakes get knocked down. It just kind of happens. So You just kind of got to remember where they were, type thing. Do your best to stay between them. But when you're hauling like that, sometimes it's tough to see. So I never hit this jump. I should have, but I was just worried about getting in good times. Oh yeah, so this is pretty cool. So we're hauling through here. We're kind of neck and neck. There's a lay into it to get this pass right before the woods because I know it's a pretty straight dive in. But then this same tree gets me and I lose a few spots right here.
I gotta cut these bars.
1, 2, 3 spots right there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take a 1/4 inch off each side here. My grips are wearing out, so probably when I swap those out, I think I'll just do a 1/4 inch. I've hesitated just because I don't know. I'm kind of new to this whole Hare Scramble thing, and I'm worried about upsetting the like kind of like the leverage that I have over them. But I suppose you don't know until you try it. So 1/4 inch on each side. We'll see how that feels. Maybe I'll do a hair more. I'm definitely not going to do more than a 1/2 inch though on each side. Oh, steady now, steady. Look at that. See, that's that. Well, that's a combination of me being bad at whoops and the XCW soft suspension. Flopping around out there. Still my favorite part of the track, though. At the top of this hill, I kind of whiskey throttle it a little bit, and I almost run into this guy right here.
Whoa, my bad.
And lost a couple spots. Nice passes.
Oh, I whiskey throttled, almost smacked right into that guy. That was crazy.
Yeah, not overshooting that corner, baby. Nice and tight like a tiger. Come on, come on. Lap 3 feeling good, except for, so right here is this big pile up on the uphill. And I just didn't see it coming. I should have stopped like these guys did right on the trail. Instead, I'm like, hey Dexter, I'm gonna take you out, buddy. Oh, sorry, man. So my bike's laying on top of his, and he can't get his bike out until I get mine off his back tire. So then he lifts it. Oh man. Now everybody's caught up. And yeah, sorry Dexter.
I know.
So not only did I take him out, which added time to his lap, once I get up here, I start falling to the right. Watch what he does. That little tiny grab.
I think that's your GoPro.
Yeah, he dropped his GoPro on the ground, but that little tiny grab saved me. I was going down. Like I was signed off to the fact that, yep, all right, gonna go meet the ground again. Here we go. And I feel this tug on my handlebars. So thanks, man. I appreciate it, but the embarrassment's not done. I'm in neutral, I'm revving, people are trying to get by me. Oh, I'm causing all sorts of trouble. And then somebody stalls out right when I'm ready to go. I was so bummed. So I clocked it, and this added almost exactly a minute and 30 seconds to my final lap. So I was pretty bummed out, but hey, that's racing.
Oh, it's gonna happen, baby. It's gonna happen out there.
That's racing. Whether you cause it or someone else causes it, it's you're fighting yourself. You're out there riding against the trail, and you're riding against other people, and crazy things can happen, and that's what makes it absolutely fun. So Dexter, I owe you a slice of pizza at the next race, that's for sure, bud. Thanks for catching me, keeping me from falling down again. Final time through the really fast part. Little roost. Still taking it. This little wood section was pretty fast through here. Apparently I cut a lot of that out though. But what a gorgeous course, huh? Springtime, so there's lots of sunlight hitting the bottom of the trail, but it wasn't dusty at all. You can see really far ahead because of the lack of leaves, but they're starting to come in. Conditions just simply could not have been better. Let's see, do I overshoot this for a third time? Little bit. Yup. All right, it's officially trademarked. That's my move. No one else can do it. You gotta pay royalties. This got pretty hard pack here. Pretty rough on the old suspension. That downhill. But lap 3 still feeling good. At this point I feel like I could ride all day pretty hard. So I'm just trying to finish this lap strong. A few fast sections up here towards the end of the lap. Trying to make a pass. I didn't feel comfortable doing it. Try the inside, maybe a little bit. Oh, no, not there, not there. This hill was just the best. And back into the woods. Oh, steady. Steady.
Steady.
Another pretty fast section. Yet again. I'll get better at that. Oh man, yeah, I think I was in 4th gear there for a while when I was meant to be in 3rd. Lugging a bit too low through there. So I get the passing revs here right at scoring. Like, all right, whatever. He wasn't in my class though. But that's it.
Sir.
Lap 3 done. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Oh, where my J's at?